Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashoda Nandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashoda Nandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashoda Nandana Braja Jana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So, we are reading today from the Srimad-bhagavatam, 9th Canto, chapter... Sorry, I lost our place here. 9th Canto, chapter 14, text 4, actually 4, 5, and 6. Ninth Canto, chapter 14, text 4, starting with chant, text 4. And then 4 and 5 don't have any purport, and 6 has a purport. So we'll do 4, 5, 6. So our chanting is Sanskrit. Sorry, there's no screen today. So yajad rajasuyena vijitya bhuvanatrayam patning brihaspater darpat taram nama harad bhavat. So yajad rajasuyena vijitya bhuvanatrayam patni brihaspater darpat taram nama harad bhavat. So yajad rajasuyena vijitya bhuvanatrayam patni brihaspater darpat taram nama harad bhavat. So yajad rajasuyena vijitya bhuvanatrayam patning brihaspater darpat taram nama harad bhavat. So yajad rajasuyena vijitya bhuvanatrayam patning brihaspater darpat taram nama harad bhavat. Anyone? Ninth Canto, Chapter 4. No? Yajad rajasuyena vijitya bhuvanatrayam patning darpat taram nama harad bhavat. Yajad rajasuyena vijitya patning brihaspater darpat taram nama harad bhavat. Yajad rajasuyena vijitya bhuvanatrayam patning brihaspater darpat taram nama harad bhavat. We'll go on. Word for word synonyms. Saha, he soma. Ayajat, performed. Rajasuya, the sacrifice known as Rajasuya. Vijitya, after conquering. Bhuvanatrayam, the three worlds, Swarga, Martya, and Patala. Patnim, the wife. Brihaspati, of Brihaspati, the spiritual master of the demigods. Darpat, out of pride. Taram, Tara. Nama, my name. Aharat, took away. Malat, by force. Translation. After conquering the three worlds, the upper, middle, and low planetary system, known as the Rajasuya Yajna, because he was very much puffed up, he forcibly kidnapped Brihaspati's wife, whose name was Tara. So there's no purport for this verse. So I'll read the next. Verse 5.
Несмотря на уговоры Брихаспати, духовного учителя полубогов, Сома, опьяненный гордыней, так и не отдал им Тара. Тогда между полубогами и демонами началась битва.
In verse 6, because of enmity and Shukra, the side of the moon god and was joined by the demons. But Lord Shiva, because of affection for the son of his spiritual master, side of Brihaspati, and was accompanied by all the ghosts and hobgoblins.
Святая враждебность Брихаспати, Шукра стал на сторону бога Луны, и за ним последовали демоны. А Господь Шива из любви к сыну своего духовного наставника вместе с призраками и духами принял сторону Брихаспати.
Okay. So the Srila Prabhupada's purport. The demigods, to fight against, he took the assistance of the demons.
Хотя Бог был к числу небожителей, в битве со врагами он прибег к помощи демонов.
Shukra, being an enemy of Brihaspati, also joined the moon god to retaliate in wrath against Brihaspati.
Враг Брихаспати Шукра тоже примкнул к богу Луны, чтобы отомстить своему противнику.
To counteract this situation, Lord Shiva, who was affectionate towards Brihaspati, joined Brihaspati.
Видя, что ситуация принимает нежелательный оборот, Господь Шива принял сторону Брихаспати, которому питал особую благосклонность.
The father of Brihaspati was Andira, from whom Lord Shiva had received knowledge.
Брихаспати был сыном Ангиры, от которого Господь Шива получил знания.
Therefore, Lord Shiva had some affection for Brihaspati and joined his side in the fight.
Вот почему Господь Шива с участием отнесся к Брихаспати и вспомнил защиту.
Sridhar Swami remarks, Anvirasya Sakasha Prapta Vidyo Hara Iti Siddhaha. Lord Shiva is well known to have received knowledge from Angira.
Как отмечает Сиддхара Свами, Амгирасакса Кашат Прапта Видьохара Ити Прасидха. Всем известно, что Господь Шива получил свое знание от Ангира. Конец комментария.
Om Jnana-timirandasya Jnana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. We could see even in previous times and even in the higher planetary systems there are conflicts.
Мы видим, что даже в предыдущие времена на высших планетах тоже были конфликты.
So what's happening up to this point, in these verses today, the Soma, the moon god, became very powerful, actually controlling the whole universe.
Мы видим, что здесь происходило, что Сома он стал очень могущественным и контролировал всю Вселенную. Такого был ум Сома.
And we can, we have experience in this world, somebody being in charge of one country, trying to control another country, or many conflicts like that on this planet. But here. But here we're talking about someone who became, and if someone becomes very powerful, some leader, materialistic leader becomes very powerful, then they can very easily become very proud, very puffed up, we say, puffed up with false pride, thinking I can conquer anyone, I can conquer the whole universe.
Мы видим, что когда кто-то из каких-то политических лидеров становится очень могущественным, то у него начинает очень сильно расти его гордость, и чувствует себя, что типа вот он такой сильный, может все контролировать.
Of course, within our experience in this world, someone may try to conquer their country and conquer somebody else's country and like that. But in this period that we're reading about in the Srimad-bhagavatam, this was a how you say, interplanetary conflict.
Так что мы видим, что у нас на планете это происходит, вот этот контроль, который друг друга, и также на межпланетном уровне тоже, с Бхагаватом видим, что тоже происходит.
He felt that he was so powerful. He didn't care what anyone else said because he's like the God complex. So although he was uh, he, he, he has his bad feelings against Brihaspati, who's the spiritual master of the demigods, and he was thinking, so because of that, he joined in fighting against the demigods.
И Шукра, Шукрачарья, у него тоже были свои конфликты с он принял сторону Сомы, начал наступать против
Position, because he was affectionate towards Brihaspati, so he joined in a fight supporting the demigods.
А Господь всегда склонен к Брихаспати, и поэтому
So you can see that whenever, because even though the still there are conflicts, and people conscious, focus the conscious, then there will be conflicts. So of course, we are given by Lord Krishna, we are given the Srimad-bhagavatam, so to help us become Krishna conscious. And if we accept the Srimad is, means as actual factual, and if we understand the actual fact, and if we can understand the real purport of the Srimad-bhagavatam, which is what Srila Prabhupada is, then it'll be it's very helpful Krishna conscious.
И если мы примем Бхагаватам, вижу, что как фактические истории, которые происходили, и воспользуемся его помощью, то как Шрила Прабхупада здесь пишет, что он поможет нам стать этим.
So Srila Prabhupada wrote one time, he wrote a essay, he wrote something, he called it the peace formula.
Шрила Прабхупада иногда упоминал про формулу мира.
And for the actual peace, the actual way to have peace, and that God, Krishna, is the supreme controller and the supreme enjoyer of everything.
И для того, чтобы изменить его, необходимо понять,
because generally people, we are body, we think that everything I have is related to my body. It belongs to me, for me to enjoy.
И поскольку в материальном мире мы живем, и как, соответственно, считает, что то, что это его, и предназначено для наслаждения.
And if we think that somebody else has something that belongs, that I think belongs to me, then there will be fight.
А если мы видим, что кто-то хочет посягнуть на то, что якобы принадлежит мне, то и тогда я буду с ним сражаться.
But the peace formula means that the Lord Krishna, he's the controller and the enjoyer of everything. Everything is for him to enjoy.
Но формула мира говорит нам о том, что все принадлежит Кришне, и он всем наслаждается.
And our servants of Krishna, the servants of Lord Krishna, our position is that we choose whatever given to us, use it somehow in Krishna's service.
А наше положение такое, что мы слуги, и наша прерогатива это использовать то, что есть в служении Кришне.
And the only way that the only way that there could be peace in the world is if everyone one purpose, and that purpose is devotional service to the Lord.
И в этом мире, чтобы жить по формуле мира, необходимо помнить, что единственное, что есть, это преданность служению Богу.
Just like in the spiritual world, we read, it's like in the world, everyone there's no conflict between, because everyone is serving Krishna.
И как мы читаем духовный мир, что в духовном мире там как раз поэтому там все там все служат
Krishna. Just like when Krishna appeared in his when he appeared in Vrindavan 5,000 years ago, he brought many of his associates from the spiritual world.
И когда Кришна проявился 5 тысяч назад в Вриндаване, он привел с собой множество личностей духовного мира.
But even though he had so many associates, but there was no real conflict because everyone loved Krishna.
И поскольку он привел много участников службы, то там не было конфликта, поскольку все служили Кришне.
There was no envy because everyone had one goal, one purpose in life, and that was just to please Krishna. He was happy, and everyone was happy.
Поскольку они все служат Кришне, и каждый имеет такое понимание, что если Кришна будет счастлив, то, соответственно, и я буду счастлив.
Even Krishna has his unlimited numbers of his girlfriends. There's so many, but there's no real conflict between them because they're always thinking about how we can work together to serve Krishna.
И, как, например, у Кришны есть множество подружек, несчетное количество гопи, которые все любят его. Но поскольку они все хотят секунду счастливы, служат ему, то между ними нет конфликта, кто из них главный.
So of course that's a very, very high exalted position, but that's the example to follow.
Ну, конечно, это очень высокий, такой возвышенный пример для того, чтобы следовать этому.
It's a very high position. So, but of course, Srila Prabhupada said the same thing for us. He says, your love for me will be tested. He said, after I leave, your love for me will be tested by how well you cooperate with each other in carrying on this mission.
И то же самое Шрила Прабхупада нам говорит. Он говорит, что после того, когда я уйду, ваша любовь проявится ко мне в том, как вы будете сотрудничать между собой и продвигать это движение.
And we see that where there is cooperation within our ISKCON movement, where there is cooperation and everyone's trying to please Krishna, please Srila Prabhupada, then things go very smoothly.
И мы видим, что есть здесь сотрудничество для служения Кришне, то тогда все происходит очень плавно.
But unfortunately, there are many ideas that are not according to Lord Krishna and not according to Srila Prabhupada as our founder Acharya. So there is conflict.
Но также есть множество различных идей по поводу того, как лучше служить Кришне, в Прабхупаде, и на этой почве, конечно, тоже возникают конфликты.
So if we want to, and we may think, oh, there's so much conflict sometimes, some places. So there's so much conflict. Well, maybe I should just be by myself. Be separate from everyone. That way, there's no conflict. No two people. There's no conflict, right?
И когда возникает конфликт, некоторые люди не отходят, если с такими мыслями, что просто там везде там есть конфликты.
But Srila Prabhupada had already addressed that also. He says if you want in different states, if you do advancement outside of the association of devotees, and so Srila Prabhupada would definitely encourage that devotees, if we want to practice Krishna consciousness, somehow or other we need to stay in the association of devotees, which means we have to work together cooperatively also. Otherwise how can we stay?
В любом случае оставались в обществе и учились сотрудничать.
And Srila Prabhupada told, when early days of the movement, when they asked Srila Prabhupada, there's always conflicts. So he said, how can I can. He said to Srila Prabhupada, sometimes Srila Prabhupada, the association of devotees becomes intolerable. So he was, when he was saying that maybe I can live separately from the devotees.
В начале движения я только присоединился, и когда один преданный сказал Шрила Прабхупаде, что Шрила Прабхупада можно преследовать, невозможно сотрудничать.
But Srila Prabhupada said even if the association of devotees becomes intolerable, then you must stay in the association of devotees. That's the big spiritual advancement.
И Шрила Прабхупада ему ответил, говорит, даже если преданным ты все равно должен оставаться в
So, to stay in the association of devotees means keep one goal, one center, focus on one point, and that one point is to please Krishna. We please Srila Prabhupada. So Srila Prabhupada is Krishna's representative for us. So we please Srila Prabhupada, we please Krishna, and everything nicely.
И существует единственное средство его просьбы, это всегда помнить главную цель,
And of course, if we can be in the right consciousness like that, then we can also do not only that we become Krishna conscious, but we can do something extraordinary individually and as a whole. We can do something wonderful for Srila Prabhupada.
И помня об этом, конечно, можем совершать такие необычные вещи, какие-то чудесные вещи, чтобы удовлетворить Шрилу Прабхупаду.
Anyway, there's a couple of points. Any questions, comments?
Парочку вопросов, парочку моментов, может быть, какие-то вопросы, комментарии.
There's no, well, wait, spiritual world, we're talking about, you mentioned. Spiritual world, yes, everyone, there are different opinions on how to serve Krishna. Sometimes there's even appearances of appearances of conflicts. I'll serve Krishna better, you'll serve Krishna. The goal, everyone's purpose is to serve Krishna. So yes, there. Oh, translate.
Духовном мире между Богом бывают какие-то конфликты, как это понять. Мой даром когда отвечает, да, служение бывает такое, что разные идеи по поводу того, каким образом служить.
So the goal is we're individuals, so we're going to see things in different ways, of course. But the purpose, the real goal of everyone is happy, or please make sure Prabhupada happy, like that. Then it works out. Then we can work together, and we can become Krishna conscious, and we can spread Krishna consciousness. If the goal is for pleasing Krishna. Someone has an idea, they say that I'm pleasing Krishna, I'm serving Krishna, I'm pleasing Srila Prabhupada, but in reality they're not like this whole thick idea. Not say to do that path, but to say I'm Prabhupada once. But scripturally and everything that Srila Prabhupada did, it was not what he wanted. See? So therefore there is that kind of conflict.
Так иногда бывает так, что человек посчитает, что служа он удовлетворяет Кришну. Но по факту может быть совершенно иначе. Например, движение Ритвика, которое служат, которые говорят о том, что мы поданы Кришне, что Прабхупаде сделаем то, что он хотел. Но на самом деле
Right. Yeah, this is a little complicated. The main thing is that are we in the material world? Sometimes we may say I am pleasing Krishna, I'm trying to please Krishna, but maybe there's some material motive behind it instead of just pleasing Krishna. And that's why pure devotional service has three qualifications. One of those qualifications is doing devotional service, something that is actually pleasing to Krishna. And the other two qualifications are that you don't have any material motive, or ulterior motive to please Krishna because I want to go to the heavenly planets to enjoy my sense gratification, like that. And the other one is is to be free from any philosophical idea that leads towards impersonalism. So so pure devotional service, which is what we're trying to practice here, then there should be no real conflict in the sense that this is for Krishna and this is not for Krishna. And conflict really means that I have material motives. And material motives is not there. Pure devotional service. In the spiritual world, there is only pure devotional service. You change something? Sorry. Anyone else? Anyone? Okay. So there's nothing else. Nobody's sent me messages online, and we're streaming this also. Start with tomorrow. Ki Jai.